Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're going to be trying out a brew in Standard Best of One. I have been trying to find out some different decks to play because every meta in Arena right now has been incredibly stale to me and not really having much fun, so trying out different things. Don't really care about rank, but we're going to try out a Dimir toxic list. So in Dimir, you have a lot of incidental ways to proliferate and get toxic. So Voidwing Hybrid, it's toxic on its own, and when you proliferate, you can return it from your graveyard to your hand. Plays nicely with things like Liliana to discard it, but then also you have a lot of ways to proliferate. So the big thing of this deck is you want to try to get one poison counter on it, your opponent. So like the Skull Welder, Voidwing, and then you have like Prolong as another way, and then from there you just kind of proliferate. So Drowning proliferates, Experimental Augury proliferates. You have things that care about 3 or more counters, so Distorted Curiosity helps, as well as like Bring to Ending can just become better counter spells. You have Shieldred's in here for kind of pain. Gix Command is a sweeper, and then a couple of Vraskas on the top end. Myrex in the mana base. So we're gonna give this a shot, see how it plays out. Obviously, Best of One is fairly aggressive, so we want to see how this kind of mid-rangey shell can hold up against the format. I today tried Historic, I tried Explore, nothing really stood out. It's very tough to brew in some of these formats right now. There's a clear disparity in terms of power level between cards. So, you're trying to do one thing and your opponent's like, haha, Traxa on turn 3 or 4. Or here's the One Ring in an infinite loop. Also, you can never play a X1 because Bowmaster kills it, but we'll give this a go, see how it plays. I haven't played Standard in probably a month plus. Well, can you have a better play than turn 1? Skullweller. Drowning Inker is a sorcery, Joseph. Remember that. Hand's actually pretty solid. Because we have the Prolong if needed as well. I think that's fine exchange. 1 for 1ing when we have card advantage is good. We could counter their spell. I think we counter this turn. Might have been right to just kill it because the intent was the following turn or just draw the card. So I think here we draw the card. They're going to name Drowning. And then I can just kill the Peacekeeper here. Cool. Here's Shieldred. How do you beat this? So now I'm winning on 2 axes. Axi. Because they can Brutal Cathar here. So I could drown an Ichor, but I actually don't think either of these are a major threat right now. So we'll just go like this. Because I can just use the Voidwing to block if needed. This also lets me start pushing through some damage. This can block on the ground. So between Death Touch and this just being able to block an Intrepid is good. So the Guardian can do some work. But I could also just drown an Ichor it and get it that way there. Okay, Ranger of Eos. Let's see what they hit here. Okay, so they did hit some good ones. I think we just passed the turn here. I need to use this on the Brutal Cathar. They do need a land, which they have, so they're able to play both the Coppercoat as well as Brutal Cathar. So this will give it the Ward 1 ability. We're going to make a Might here. So they get a lot of power in here. Very good sequence of draws. So we're going to block here, we're going to block here. This discounts the Drowninicker. Make a Might token. Okay, so I can target this. So we'll auto pay here. Voidwing comes back to our hand. Sheoldred's back. And I think we take them off the Lord effect. Alternatively, I can take them off Coppercoat, but I think no attacks, because I can just keep chumping with this, which is fine. We are weak to another Brutal Cathar, but at this point I can't beat that anyways. So they've drawn two. They only play 4 removal spells, so drawing 2 in the top portion of your deck is very good. So I do need a Gix command. Cut down does work. Doing this just to get the point with the Might damage in. Top decking like a champ. They can attack in with Guardian. do this. So Vraska would be good. Liliana's not great. How about another Myrex? So, couldn't really draw out of that one. I think we might want another sweeper. This format is aggressive enough that having access to it would be good. We needed him to not draw that like one Brutal Cathar. We would have been probably okay, but having just access to the Cathar there really hurt us. Had they not, like, the problem is with Vindicator, it's got both flying and it blocks pretty well. I don't think I want that, like, too many Lilianas. Let's try access to another sweeper. Because the thing is, Liliana's Plus is good in the instance where we have the Blightwing in hand. But if we don't have it, we're not, like, we're trying to be a kind of control deck, in a way. But what I would love is, like, a Languish style effect, just minus 4/4, something for 4 mana. We'll keep this. They'll cut down their play. So I can go Blightwing here. Or I can Lily. I think we go Blightwing and start getting Corrupted going. We'll take the initial damage. That's worth countering. I guess I could have cut down and then Liliana minused. Line would be pretty good. See what we get here. Brutal Cathar there is actually fine. Do you want the land here? So we'll go Sheoldred here, I think. Because then next turn I can Lily minus. This does force them to have another Brutal Cathar. Okay, well. They've been drawing pretty solid. My thought here is they're probably going to sack the Thalia.
Off you go.
Now I can surprise them with the Brutal Cathar with the cut down. Copper Coat. I want to just do this now. Because now they don't really have good attacks. We'll draw a card here.
Don't overthink things.
Actually, probably could have just swept. That was probably the line. I guess I gotta get Copper Code off. So they're deciding here what they want to do. Come on, friendo. Where'd you go? All our stuff that's corrupted works now. Can also put counters on Liliana to proliferate. Either our opponent's salt roping us or they disconnected. What are you doing, friend? Salt? Salty salt salt? So they can attack both into Liliana, but then I get to eat the Brutal Cathar. Even if that sets up an Agonjo, then I get Gix Command to bring it back, so there's value in that. Opponent did have Ossification in their deck. So they must timed out because there's no way you discard Ossification. So I'd probably sweep the board here. Okay. Opponent is Gonzos. Opponent disconnected. That game actually was probably closer than it would have seemed, because if they had the Ossification, they eat my Sheoldred, they take down my Liliana, which then provides them some value there. I see Skullwinder, I keep. Getting the first poison counters, super important. Because now I can proliferate and then attack them again. Probably want Vraska here. Let me see what I draw here. So I did hit the Augury. I think just slowing them down for a turn is really important. This is probably like the fight deck. Gwenna. Gix Command's also pretty nice here. Other Gix. I am cool with that exchange. Last turn. Actually, they might not be. Tribute to the World Tree does not do anything. It's probably just cut down. Really just want to keep pushing this toxic count up. If they have to spend time to kill Vraska, I have the cut downs, I have the Skix command. We have the Myrex token coming up. Okay, so Vorinclex. Big baddie. Draw a card here, see if we just... So each opponent sacks, and we return up to 2 creatures, get back our Blight. These cut downs actually won't do much at this point because everything will get 2 counters on it and get it out of range, but... Cool. That doesn't really do much.
Patience. We will win.
So here we'll just add blue. Gonna get the toxic kill. Classic Path to Peril in your base green ramp deck. How about no? Got him! Not even letting me get the toxic kill on them. Yeah, first game was a little awkward, but... I feel like you maybe want like a little bit more in terms of creatures. It's a bit tricky, because like... You'd really want one more cheap toxic creature, but in blue-black you don't really get access to that. Like, you have green, but then you're going 3 colors. Playing 3 colors is a little ambitious. I don't know if... we'll keep... Are these Phyrexians? They are Phyrexians, so we could play Seed Core. Trazies? Could have Ossification here. Needs them to have a basic and then that. Alright, so second one up. We're just gonna kill this now. It's definitely a counter on command. Okay, so Ossification is live. I think we're countering this just because it better enables that, and I wasn't guaranteed to draw a land this turn. And I need to be able to hold up the counter. I can't let that resolve. Invasion's fine. They're gonna take their turn just using this. I'm happy. Honestly, at this point, like, is that just too slow? Might just be too slow. Because now I just pump through and then I get them to enough. They play that, that's their whole turn. So we kind of just juke them out that way. A couple cheap counter spells, a couple removal spells. Like the games where we can get out one of these like early drops, it's quite impressive. We also like don't rank up at all in best of one. We've taken down 2 like high ranked best of 1 players, and it's like yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. Mono blue. Like look at this. We started at 99 and we ended at 99. Doesn't do much. Okay. Oh, this hand's not great against what our opponent's doing. Okay, can we draw something that's like reasonable here? Think I gotta keep him off mana here. I don't love it, but oh my god, stop drawing cut downs. Yeah, this disaster. Hand's great against like any of these creature aggro decks we've been playing against, but against what we've been going at. I mean, if they're gonna be leyline binding this, I'm generally okay. Could make a Myrex token here, but they would have to sack. That's fine. So I think like a Void Wing wouldn't be bad. Honestly, even this isn't too shabby. Because like they have to pop their courier briefcase. And if I could just like cheese out some more damage here and there. I actually want them to make a Myrex token. It just turns on Drownanicker. Topiary Stomper is fine. Again, it's a target for this Drownanicker. That gets him to 5. You don't really see Soul Partition a lot. I do need a land for like if they pop Atraxa. We're also fairly weak to Herd Migration. To which they drew a Hullbreaker Horror, a Leyline, an Invasion. So, opponent sacks, put 2 counters. Can't really do much. Like, I gotta force the Atraxa sack. I guess I could have attacked in. They likely don't trade there, but they're pretty much always going to do the Leyline Binding. But the problem is here now they just have the Hullbreaker. Or they just top decked another Atraxa. Yeah, we're done. Drawing the wrong half. Obviously, like, they found the two ley lines. They found kind of all their big threats. We needed just something else. The unfortunate thing is the manner in which our hand was composed. We were very good against, like I said, like an aggressively slanted deck. I'm gonna keep this. Aggro. Give me aggro. Give me aggro. That's not aggro. This is a nightmare. Oh. Okay. Okay, I have lands. Oh, we're just not drawing lands. Cool. Kill. Very sweet. Very sweet. So when it attacks, let me reveal a dragon. Yeah, I'm thinking. Really wish we had another land there. Problem is this get like, oh my god. Just never gonna draw lands. Very sweet. Kinda don't want them to get the treasure. Oh my god. Because the thing is, like, this can crew fairly easy. Alright, YOLO. YOLO! You've make disappeared my one drop. Is this a dragon? It is. So they can sack it, and then that's going to be the Calamity, and it's going to deal 10 damage. So dumb. Well, when you draw every cut down, we went shields down there. Like, I didn't think we were playing against the combo. I think this hand's fine. So I can augury here. It's gonna be like a Traxa. So I can get it back to hand at least. This could just be Jun mid-range. No. Trespasser. Probably want the land. Let's do that, get it back. So here we do want to add black, blue, laid out Voidwing. We're kind of wasting this 5-color humans. think we're just doing this now proactively. We can give him poison counter, we can Vraska. I think we're just getting a second Vraska here. They sack a creature here. So I think I'm gonna do this. Gonna minus and then just discard cut down. It's a bit of a risk. They look like they're... That's frustrating. So I can force the sack here. I'm at 4 cards in the yard.
Metal is eternal.
I think we just keep controlling the threats.
Stay.
Can't imagine that they have that many more of those Shieldreds. Dig Up is probably going to then go find another Edict. Very strange deck. Abzan control. Yeah, the Trespasser is actually fine. Again, because they've shown Trespassers, I just want to be mindful. While I can discard this, I don't have a way to get it back. This also insulates, I think, against another Shieldred. That's fine. The Proliferate can get it back. That would need them to have a third Trespasser. And now I think we can just grind out with these Myrex. Strikes me as a Path to Peril deck. I think we're fine. Because I can do this and then just get it back. Or this just puts a poison counter. Called it. I'm at 12 life, so I do need to be mindful. Distorted Curiosity is nice. You are corrupted. You are corrupted. Figure this is going to be a targeted removal spell, something like Go for the Throat, perhaps. Okay, so just a big mana march. Untap line's great here because I counter whatever big play they have. The Void Wing's not necessary here. Get wrecked. And now we just kind of grind them out. So all in all, the deck had we stumbled a couple games, but we won more than we lost. And for best of one, that's really all you want to kind of go for. In any case, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great one and stay safe out there.